Boom! I'm in the room. Good evening, everybody. Oh, welcome. Do you like quizzes? How's your general knowledge? Do you think you're up to it? What have I done? There you go. That's sorted that out. Right. So we've got a quiz coming up for you tonight. Now, I'm making a quick apology. My co-host can't be with us tonight. Unfortunately, his wife's taken ill, so he's having to look after her. So I'm afraid you're stuck with me for the next hour. But let me just say that we've got quite a show coming up. We've got 20 questions. I think thereabouts 20 questions. We've also got the 20 answers. So don't worry, but I don't want you cheating. Have a pen and a bit of paper and just jot them down. Jot your answers down. When I give you the answers, you work it out what you got, and then all I need you to do is just to put your score. Just put your score in the chat, and then we'll see how you've done against other people. Is that fair? We've also got about 10 fun facts coming your way. They are fun facts as well. Not necessarily all totally true, but fairly true-ish. So what we're doing tonight. So we've got this quiz going on, and it's a good one. It's general knowledge. You should be able to get a lot more than you did last week. Have I made it easier? Well, I don't know whether I made it easier or not. It depends on whether you know the answers, doesn't it? That's the key. It's knowing the answers. So, without too much further ado, let's what's going on here? Bump. No, do that. That should be doing something. So I'm just testing a few things. This is the first time that I've gone live with Ecamm to do the show. So you might have to bear with me on that one. But without too much further ado, what we're doing, get out of it. Yeah, leave that. For some reason, that's not working. That's just a monitor. But the other ones are working, which is great. Right, so this is what happens. I'm going to go, boom. Wait, look at that. Comments. So if you're there, put a comment in. Tell me where you're watching from. Just let us know where you're watching from. Whether you are in the United Kingdom or whether you're somewhere else in the world. And we'll give you a mention. We'll get it up on there and we'll go. So, shall we start the quiz? Shall we start the quiz? Before we start the quiz, I'm just going to give a bit of a plug for my Thursday show. Taboos on the Thursday. I've changed it around slightly. We're now going to go live from 7 o'clock as normal, but we're going to finish around about 8:15. So we're just going to go for an hour and a quarter. I'm going to have guests in as normal. At this present moment in time, I haven't got my guests squared away for this week. The guys I was hoping to get in haven't come back to me yet. I'm going to chase them again tomorrow, and hopefully they'll come through and we'll have a great show. We'll have a great show anyway. But we're going to talk about wellness, looking after yourself, all that encompasses, and how you can look after other people. So that's what's coming your way. So without further ado, let's go. Drum roll. Hang on. Let's I ain't got a drum roll, but I've got one of these. So a cheer. Let's go to the first question. Bum 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 bum. Boom. There you go. First question. Who provided Nick Wilde's voice in the 2016 movie Zootopia? Who provided Nick Wilde's voice in the 2016 movie Zootopia? So if you know that, just jot it down, give yourself a, and see what the answer is when we come up with it. So, question number 2. Boom. There you go. How many 10-pin bowling skittles needs knocking down for a strike? You'd think it was fairly easy, wouldn't you? How many 10-pin bowling skittles need knocking down for a strike? Strike. You know how it goes? So, yeah. So you're on the bowling alley, you got your fingers stuck in a ball, and you give it a wonk. You throw the ball down the what's name, and your fingers are still attached to the ball, and you go with it. How many people have done that? Question number 3. Here's the one to test you. How is the number 77 represented in Roman numerals? That's a bit of a test, isn't it? How is the number 77 represented in Roman numerals? You've got to go back to Roman times to have a think on that one. So, what do you reckon? Do you reckon you know the answer to that one? Hey? It's coming at you. By the way, what do you think of the look? This is going back in time. This is sepia. Oh, don't I look good in sepia? This is what I can do in Ecamm Live. This is the system that I am using. Piece of information for you. Next question, number 4. Who is the patron saint of music? There. You must know that one. Who's the patron saint of music? I'll give you a tip. It's not St. Christopher. He's the patron saint of travellers. So, there you go. Who's the patron saint of music? It's a fairly easy one. Question 5. What are birds of a feather said to do? It's a rhyme, I think. Is it a rhyme? Something like that, anyway. What are birds of a feather said to do? Now, you need to be fairly specific on that answer, because you might think it's something different. But I've only got the one answer for it, and that's the answer I'm going to take. I'm the quiz master, and my word is final. Am I doing so far? Do you think I'm doing all right? Is the pace okay? I'm not rushing you. So giving you time to do stuff. Let's have another look. Here we go. Number 6. Kiss Me Kate is a musical version of which play by Shakespeare? Brush up your Shakespeare. It's him, isn't it? The Beard. Is he the Beard? No, something like that anyway. Good old Shakespeare. So Kiss Me Kate is a musical version of which play by Shakespeare? Did you know that Shakespeare come from Stratford-upon-Avon? But he spent a lot of time in London, apparently. He had a mistress. Apparently he had a few mistresses. But he was a proper little lovey, wasn't he? Have you seen Shakespeare in Love? Yes. I'll tell you something about Shakespeare. I had the opportunity to go to, I think it's the Old Vic, to see a Shakespeare play. As You Like It. Now, I might be a little bit of a Philistine, but it was a contemporary version of As You Like It. But I was using the old language. Now, they might as well have been speaking something like Swahili, because I didn't understand a lot of it. Most of it went about there, over the top of my head. I struggled with that particular play, shall we say. But yeah, there you go. I digress. Here we go then. Question number 7. The single Papa Don't Preach comes from which Madonna's album? The single Papa Don't Preach came from which Madonna album? Stick It In Your Family album. That's an interesting question, isn't it? Because she's done a few albums, of course, and she's had a few songs. She's been a bit of an actress as well. Was she in A League of Their Own? I think she was in that with Gina Davis, was it? It's all about baseball during the Second World War. I think it was her. Was it Madonna? I don't know. It's a long time ago since I've seen it. It might not have been her, but I think it was. So, which album, the single Mama Don't Preach, of Madonna's, did it come from? That's an interesting question. There will be only one answer, obviously. So here we go. Right, number 8. Oh, bet cells are found in which part of the body? Any doctors in the house? Bet cells are found in which part of the body? I don't know. However, I will have the answer presently. So some of these body questions come up occasionally, don't they? Top tip for maybe next week. We don't know. I don't know what the questions are next week. I haven't looked at them yet. Scrum off. Number 9. There you go. What is the only bird that can hover in the air and also fly backwards? Is it that Scottish bird? You know, the one that sort of got 2 heads, lives on the moors? Haggis, is that it? Can't be. So only joshing with her. Only joking. What is the only bird that can fly, that could hover in the air and also fly backwards? That's a very interesting question. How many birds do you know fly backwards? It's a 10. Oh, boom. Let's go back. Double press the button. For that. Ah, there you go. Was he part of the Three Tenors or something? Good old Pav. Old Pavarotti. Which country does the opera singer Pavarotti come from? Just trying to think of some of his songs. Because didn't he do a thing with the Three Tenors? Which country does the opera singer Pavarotti come from? Have to think about that one. He was a big fella. He was a big fella, you know. And he could sing. He's done some contemporary stuff as well as sort of the old classical opera. But didn't he have a hit? Interesting. So that's the last in this section. That's question number 10. We'll have the answers coming fairly soon. So, what happens now? Oh, I was hoping to get some comments in. But since we ain't got any comments, other than me saying good evening to test it, because it did work. So I kind of know it's working. So if you're out there and you're just watching and you're jotting things down and things like that, pop a comment in the chat. Do us a favour. Go on, help us out. Have you got all the questions? Have you done all the questions? Have you managed to answer them? Do you think you got them right? Is the next question. What do you think to this? In black and white. You know, I can do all this stuff. This is what happens. I'm pretty cool. What we got coming up now? Oh, there you go. Some fun facts. Right. Fun facts then. Did you know that usually right-handed people, this is me right hand, utilise the left side of the brain, for all their conscious and voluntary activities. How does that work? So you've got this side of your brain working this side of your body. Who'd have thought it? How does that work with a left-handed person? So they're using this hand. Is it the right side of the brain? If anybody knows the answer to that one, pop it in the chat. Does left-handed people utilise the right side of the brain for their conscious and voluntary activities? See, posing you a question now. Do you think? What do you think? That's interesting. That's very interesting, that. Ponder that one for a minute. Usually right-handed people utilise the left side of brain, that should be of their brain, for all their conscious and voluntary activities. What if it works the other way around? The left side of the brain works the right hand, or the right hand side of the brain works the left hand. Or is it just the left side of the brain that operates both sides of the hands? I did say it was a fun fact. It says up there, it's a fun fact. What's the next one? Oh, boom, there it comes. Not a lot of people know this, but when Elizabeth I of Russia, not ours, not our one, died in 1762, apparently, I don't know who counted them, there were 15,000 dresses in her closet. She must have had some size closet. What do you think? Do you think she had a big closet? Yeah. What would her name been in Russian? Elizabeth. So, that's an interesting fact. 15,000 dresses. I bet she never wore all of them. I bet she only had a handful that she ever wore. And I expect all the peasants contributed to them. But there you go. What do you think to my sound? Does my sound okay? Because I have a new microphone. I'm using a new microphone for this. Pop something in the chat. Let us know what you think. Next fun fact. Go on, try it. You can't do it. It's physically impossible for you to try and kill yourself by holding your breath. You might be able to make yourself pass out, but soon you pass out, you take a sharp intake of breath. Boom, you're back to life. Who thought it? Bang, you're back to life. So there you go. You can't kill yourself by holding your breath. Now that is a bit of a fun fact. Go on, I dare you to try it. I'll bet there'll be some clever dick out there that can do it. But I'll give it a go earlier. I did give it a yeah. Look. You can't do it. Not unless you're a real contortionist. But go on, give it a go. Give it a go. You know you want to. Nobody's looking. Go on, give it a go. You know you want to. It's impossible to lick your elbow. It's a fact. It's not just a fun fact, it is a fact. You can't lick your own elbow. Like fingerprints, everybody's tongue print is different. Did you know that? Similar to your ear. Apparently, all ears are different. I mean, you can understand with your fingerprints and stuff. And I suppose, how'd you go about getting a tongue print? You can imagine it, can't you? You're down the old nick. Yeah, put your tongue on that. Right now, lick that. You couldn't make it up, could you? Yeah. Who found out that sort of thing? Who goes around? Don't. Yeah, that's different to yours. What sort of pattern does it make? I mean, you can see your thumb on your fingerprints. But who came up with looking at tongue prints? There you go. Such is life. I did say over fun fact. Look, nobody's putting anything in the chat box. I suppose you're all waiting for the answers, aren't you? You're all waiting for the answers. So let's get on to the answers, shall we? Oh yeah, look. I'm back to sepia. Check me out. Do I look old-fashioned? Do I look like an old geezer from the past? Hello, dear. Are you right there, Dove? Right, here we go. I think this should be the answers. If it's not, it'll be some more fun facts. Oh no, look, here we go. Answers. Right. Did you know it was Jason Bateman? Who thought? Who provided Nick Wilde's voice in the 2016 movie of Zootopia? It was Jason Bateman. If you got that right, give yourself a point. Number 2. How many pins? 10 pins? Skittles? It's 10. You've got to bash all 10 down. That's why it's called 10-pin bowling. You've got to bash all 10 down. So, if you got that right, give yourself a point. Generous anyway. And they are easy questions, to be honest, if you know them. This one, how many people got caught out on that? So, LXXV11. So the L is worth 50. X is worth 10. The other X is worth 10. The V, notice that way, the V is worth 5. And then the ones and the ones is ones. 77. There you go. You might have learned something. You might have already known it. I mean, we did it at school. And I can just about remember. Because it was a long time ago. But if you look on some movies, on some BBC programmes and other programmes, they have the year that it was done in Roman numerals. What do you think that is? If you know the answer, pop it in the chat box. So if you got that right, it's LXXV11. Give yourself another point. Patron saint of music, Cecilia. I didn't know that. Not until I looked it up. I didn't even know there was a patron saint of music. But apparently it's her, Cecilia. Good one. There you go. That's what they do. Birds of a feather flock together. If you got flock together, if you got Cecilia, give yourself a point. If you got flock together, give yourself another point. Because we're doing good with points. Question 6. There you go. Kiss Me Kate. Of course it was. Taming of the Shrew. There you go. It wasn't Shakespeare in love after all. Taming of the Shrew. True Blue. Yep. Oh, if you got Taming of the Shrew, give yourself a point. If you got True Blue, give yourself another point. I would have known that. To be honest, I wouldn't have known that. There's some of these questions I wouldn't have known. But there you go. Right. Blimey. Bet cells are found in the brain. I don't know where in the brain, but apparently it's in the brain. So, another point if you've got the brain. And this is the last one. No, the penultimate one. Hummingbird. Of course it was. Only bird could go backwards. You see them hovering, and they dipping a beak into plants, and then they're flapping away and coming back in. So, what's next? The last one in round one. Of course it was. He was Italian. All the big opera singers are coming from Italy, ain't they? All of them comes from Italy. So there you go. So give yourself another point. Now, if you manage to get 10, you're a proper clever dick. Stick it in the chat box. So, we're coming up for the next little round, I think. See the next round? I don't know. See what happens when I press the button. So, whatever you scored, pop it in the chat box and we'll see how clever you are. Oh, that's me. Back to, is that black and white or sepia? I think that's black and white. I'm in black and white. Hey, what do you know? Who'd have thought it? Now, I have noticed something. Bum, 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 bum. My daughter is in, my number one daughter is in the house. She's watching. Hey. Corinne, get yourself a pen and a piece of paper. We've got another 10 questions coming your way and some more fun facts. So there you go. So you just said it and got here. Oh well, such is life. Well, this is a bit of a test actually, because I'm going out on a new software stuff, which I think is working quite well. But yeah, this is going to be a regular thing on a Thursday. No, on a Tuesday. Tuesday 9 o'clock. Get it in your diary. Get your reminder set. Going live on a Tuesday. Quiz night. Bum, bum, bum. And it's me. So give it one of them. Hurrah! I love that. I love that. Make you all laugh now. Watch. Bum. There's nothing like having a laugh to brighten yourself up. Right, come on in. We're starting to run out of time. So, boom, where are we going now? Oh, we're back to here. I know why this is happening, because I've had to take out some scenes because my co-host, his wife has taken seriously ill, so he couldn't join us tonight, unfortunately. So we're just wishing Pat all the very best that she pulls through. She ain't been too well lately, and he's a bit worried about her. He's a young Keith, so I'll be having a chat with him soon, and I hope she's getting better. Right, here we go. Question 11. What is the highest number used in a Sudoku puzzle? That's an interesting question, isn't it? What is the highest number used in a Sudoku puzzle? Don't put an answer on a postcard, just jot it down, and I'll give you the answer a bit later, and then you can tell me what you scored. What is the term for a positive electrode? There's some good questions. These are some good questions. What is the term for a positive electrode? You'll kick yourself if you haven't got it now. When the answers come out, you'll kick yourself, because you'll know. It's a fairly easy one. Right then. Okay. Which swimming stroke is named after an insect? Good question. Which swimming stroke is named after an insect? I like that question. That's a good question. So, how are you doing so far? Are you keeping up with the quiz? Are you getting some of the answers right? We'll find out in a bit. So, which English queen has the same name as a type of plum? A plum. Yes. That's a fairly easy one, isn't it? That's a fairly easy one. Which English queen has the same name as a type of plum? Dun, dun, dun. 15. How many dots are used in each letter in the Braille system? I think I'm going to try something different. Watch. Boom. Only if you eat plums. Well, plums are quite nice. That worked, didn't it? I'm quite impressed with that. That worked. So, how many dots are used in each letter in the Braille system? Blimey, you've got to have sensitive fingers, haven't you? 16. Which movie won the Oscar for Best Actor, Director and Cinematography in 2016? Not that long ago. Not that long ago. What's that? 6 years ago? Yeah, about 6 years ago. Oscar for Best Actor, Director and Cinematography. Try saying that after I have a few points. Cinematography. In 2016. Good questions. We've got some good questions tonight, haven't we? Oh, what is the name of a deer, female deer, called? Question 17. So we're getting there. So what is a female deer called? Hello, dear. Jot your answers down on a bit of paper. And we'll be giving you the answers presently. And then we expect you to give us how many you got. Because we like that. I don't know whether this is going to work. That didn't work. I don't believe that worked. Or that. Okay. Next question. 18. Oh, what unit is used to measure horses? Do you need a ruler? Interesting question, eh? What unit is used to measure horses? And I've even put a question mark next to it. It'll be surprising if you don't get it right. It'll be surprising if you do, actually. So, where are we going? Right. 19. Who is Reg Dwight better known as? Reg Dwight. Now think about that one. Who's Reg Dwight? And what's he better known for? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, right. Stand by. This is the last question in the quiz. Boom. What was the date of the Battle of Waterloo? Interesting. What was the date of the Battle of Waterloo? Who see off who? I mean, it was a close run thing, to be honest. I mean, it could have been him with a funny shaped hat and his hand in his jacket. That's just so he's holding his trousers up, apparently. An old nosy. Yeah, old nosy, look. Affectionately known as Nosy, by the way. So, what was the date of the Battle of Waterloo? Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. That, my dear friends, is the quiz questions over. So look, we've got still only got Corinne putting in. Now, if you watch, if I press this here, bump, goes in there. If I press that, goes back out. Amazing. That is amazing. So, add your scores up. Oh no, you can't add your scores up. I ain't giving you the answers yet. We've got to get to the answers. Right. Without too much further ado, let's push on. More fun facts. I mean, this is disputable, isn't it? Really. An average person eats about 60,000 pounds of food in his or her lifetime. Yeah, I know it doesn't show you picture. Yeah, let me just pop that up. Look, I don't know why it doesn't show you picture, but it says who you are. That's one thing. It does say who you are. It's something that's, it's a work in progress. Working on it. Did you know that the average person eats about 60,000 pounds of food in his or her life? Blimey, that's a lot of food. That's a mountain of food. Another fun fact, look. An average person spends 24 years of his or her life in sleeping. I know some people that spend an awful lot more time sleeping than that 24 years, to be honest. And then some people don't sleep an awful lot. Who'd have thought it? There you go. That's a fun fact. That's the average person. I mean, there are exceptions to the rule. Some people only sleep for about 5 years, 5 years of their life, and some people sleep for 100 years of their life. Some people look as though they're asleep all the time. Boom. An average woman consumes 6 pounds of lipstick in a lifetime. Now, that may have been in the past. I don't know whether women still use an awful lot of lipstick. But it does say an average woman. So there's some women that don't wear makeup, and there's some that plaster it on. Do you think that they sort of take the average and work out? Interesting fact. Who'd have thought it? 6 pounds. That's like about 3 kilos, isn't it? 3 kilos of lipstick. And they only come in little sticks. Well, they are fun facts after all. Now that is an interesting fact. The liquid inside of young coconuts can be used as a substitute for blood plasma. There you go. That's an interesting fact. Now, lots of people should know this one. Most dust particles in the house are made from dead skin. Because your skin's dying all the time, apparently. There's dust everywhere. And that's skin. That's flakes of skin. All around the house. Everywhere. I know some people that are obsessive about hoovering up dust and dusting and all that. But I just like it. Let it settle. It's doing you no harm. Let it settle. You start knocking about, it's going to be in the air, isn't it? That is, I think that's a fairly well-known fact. There you go. That's the end of the fun facts. Now, are you good people already? I think. I think that's what's coming next. The answers to the last 10 questions. So here you go. Standing by. What happens? Oh, there you go. Did you know that? Oh, just rearrange myself. 9 is the highest number in Sudoku. I'm going to rattle through these and then we're going to finish. So, hurry up. Of course it is, isn't it? It's an anode. It's an anode. I'm busting for a wee. Could you hang on for a second? Keep yourselves amused for a moment. I'll be back. Bugger. I should. Oops. I had to go for a blood test this morning and I've been drinking so much water that I ain't been to stop a pee all day. Hey, metal detector. Right. Yes, let's get on with the answers, shall we? So, here you go. Of course it was. Oh, did you get that one? That's an easy one, isn't it? Butterfly. Not a crawl, a butterfly. Spider crawl. Doggy paddle. But a dog ain't an insect. Oh dear. Right. So, easy one that. Oh, of course it was. Also a sponge. That's a call it a queen, a sponge. Plum sponge. So if you've got the answer to that, give yourself a point. It's 1 point for each of these, by the way. So keep a tally, and we want to see them in the box in a minute. 15. Did you know that? 6 little bumps for a letter. Cool. You've got to have proper sensitive fingers to read Braille. You have. So if you've got 6, give yourself a point. Oh, blimey. Did you know that? The Reverend. I didn't. I had to look it up. So I got the question. But 3 Oscars. That's a result, isn't it? That's a right result. Give yourself a point if you got it right. Do, a dear, a female dear. There you go. You should have got that one. That was a dead easy one. Who sang the song? Julie Andrews, of course. Of course it was Julie Andrews. Do, a dear, a female dear. You didn't know I could sing, did you? You still don't. Question 17, here we go. That's how you do it. Hands. That's how they measure an horse, by hands. And that hand is about 4 inches apparently. So you've got 10 hands, is about 40 inches. Is it? I don't know. Must be about 40 inches if it's 10 hands. You get some pretty big horses. You might need big hands to measure them. If you've got hands, give yourself a point. Oh, of course it was. It was him, wasn't it? Candle in the Wind. Him. Elton John. Reg Dwight. Fancy if he'd have kept his original name. Fancy if he'd been called Reg Dwight. Do you think he'd have been quite so famous? I mean, Elton John. It's a funny old name anyway, isn't it? So, if you've got Elton John, give yourself a point. There you go. 18th of June, 1815. If you've got that, I mean, we had that question the other week, so you should have remembered it. Give yourself a point. Now, add your scores up. And look, blimey, we've got metal detectors, war relics, senior moment. Oh no, don't even go there. I had to drink a couple of gallons of water to go and have this blood test today, and the problem is when you drink so much water, you've got to keep going. At my age, I shall probably be up and down like a yo-yo all night. I've drunk so much water. Look, I've still got it here. Look, there's some more of it. Ooh, disgusting stuff. I don't know how to drink it. But there you go. So we've got some comments. See, I can call the answers by the looks of things. Sorry, I couldn't. No problem at all, mate. It's quite all right. I hope the missus ain't feeling too bad. I hope she's feeling better. Wait, 7 out of, is that 7 out of 10 or is that 7 out of 20? Mind you only came in halfway through, didn't you? So that's not bad going. How about metal detector? How did you do? How did you do with your war relics? Did you get the last question right? 10, missed the first lot. Oh well, never mind. Better luck next week. Now you know that we're going live every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. You can get your pen and your bit of paper ready, and you can sit there and you can watch us, and you can get 20 out of 20 next week. I'll make the questions easy, obviously. I think that was easy this week. So where we're going, I think I'm nearly at the end of the show. Yes, she's feeling a lot better, thanks to. Oh, brilliant. That's a relief, actually. I was getting a bit concerned for you. And we've got some great chat going on. Yes. Corinne, she's great. I don't know why we're not getting pictures in the Doobie What's It. And it doesn't say what you're coming in on either. That's an interesting fact. That's interesting. This is something because this is a new system to me, I'm still playing with it. So that's interesting that we're not saying where it's coming in from. I can see Keith Eagle VP is coming in from YouTube, and I'm guessing that Corinne's coming in from Faceache. Did I say that out loud? Facebook. I think Corinne is on Facebook. And I did one earlier. Let's see if I can. No, it's not going to work on that. I did a quick one from LinkedIn earlier just to test it, and it was interesting. It was interesting. I need to have a quick look over here. Yeah, so it's great that we can actually see the comments, and I wonder if this will work. What I'll do here? Can I do something? I think. See, that works for me. That's coming in from there. And give it some of those as well. I don't know whether we can see those going up. Fascinating. This is very interesting. Well, I think so anyway. It's kind of working for me. It's kind of working for me. So, yeah, so some of it does, some of it doesn't. I think it's a setting. I don't know whether I have to do the setting or whether what's name you have to change something. I don't know. I'll have to go back to the course and see what I can find out. Why some you can, some you can't. Add to the broadcast. It says I haven't screenshot what I'm seeing. That's interesting. What do you think, anyway? What do you think to the layout? What do you think to the show? What do you think to seeing the comments? What do you think to the look? Is the show something you want to be involved with? Do you want to answer some questions every week? Is an hour too long or not long enough? It's probably too long, actually. But I think the pace of the show flows, and the comments about the 20 questions and the 10 fun facts, I think if we stick to doing that, I think that's a fairly good format. I'll ping you after. Yes, show is great and look is really cool. Hey, you didn't know I was so cool, did you? I like the layout. I love it. I love it. Let's go back. Look, look at that. Did you know I'm in sepia? I think I look pretty cool in sepia. And then look, boom, I'm in full colour. I like it. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Look, it's 21:58 and it's about time that I pulled the pin and said good night to you, lovely people. Thank you so much for joining in. If you're catching up on the replay, don't cheat, but still put your comments, your score in the chat box, because we'll get notified and we can go back and have a look and see how clever you are. And if you like the show, give us a like, give us a doobie what's its and thingy bobs and how's your father's, and and there you go. Last screen. This is it before we shut the show down. just checking what happens next. Because I've had to change it a little bit, because I had a few more scenes in that I've had to take out because my co-host Keith has been looking after his wife, and thank God she's feeling better. But I did manage to scrape through the show, drag myself through it, I think. Okay, so I'd just like a call to action. set a reminder for next week. 9 o'clock Tuesday, we got a quiz and fun facts. Thursday, we've got the we've changed the format slightly and we've changed the times. We're now going from 7 o'clock till 8:15 for the taboos on a Thursday. So set your reminder for that as well. And it's going out on the platforms, obviously, how we're doing it at the moment. So if you manage to catch up with it on this, then you should be able to catch up with it on Thursday. So in the meantime, I'd just like to thank everybody for that's joined in. And if you caught it on the replay, I hope you had as much fun as we did doing it live. So for now, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.